The head coach of the Las Vegas Raiders is chimed in now here on the Rich Eisen Show. It's great to see. I have not seen this man in forever and a day. I think I fired up Giants camp for him once upon a time, long time ago. The head coach of the Las Vegas Raiders, courtesy of the Circle K campaign, Antonio Pierce. Good to see you, Antonio. How you been?
Rich, it's been too long, man. It's been too long. I've been good.
Yeah, you sure have. You sure have. Before I get to the here and now, I need your help. Because I've got my crew here. Yeah. We're coming to Vegas. We're on a flight. As soon as we're coming.
Okay.
And it's a group trip, and most of these guys are staying just 3 nights, and some of them are checking bags, and some of us are carrying on, Antonio, and I think that's unfair for those checking bags to check bags, and I'd leave it to you to respond. What do you got?
I mean, where you do that at? Like, I've never seen that before. Like, you don't check bags. You need a backpack. It's like Dora the Explorer. Get your backpack on. Don't put a lot in there. Less is more when you're in Vegas. Less is more, guys. Remember that.
Oh, okay.
But Antonio,
you can take that for what it's worth.
Antonio, we got show fits, and then we got Vegas fits. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Coach, plus I need to have a few pair of sneakers. You know that goes.
No. Listen, man. Less is more in Vegas. Actually, it's raining right now. So you want to be indoors. There's no pool party, so don't worry about that right now.
Well, now you tell me.
Well, it's less clothing at the pool party.
Yeah, a little less clothing. Just keep it light, man. Listen, Vegas, less is more. At the midnight, nobody knows.
Have you ever been in a situation where the buses get held up because your teammates checked a bag or something like that? Has that ever happened, Antonio?
No. We would probably leave them and just make them take a cab or Uber. You have to figure that out elsewhere. But the train will wait for nobody. You know how that works, Rich.
Oh, yeah. Oh, trust me. I know that. All right, let's get down to it here. Congratulations on the gig, Antonio. Congratulations on that. What is the first thing when you took over? What is the first order of business that you conducted that you think set the tone for what came to be and you getting this job with the Raiders?
Buy-in from the entire building. I knew, for the most part, just having my relationships with the players, what was going on, what the pulse was of the team, what was good, what was bad. So, boom, take care of the players. Then I had to unite our staff, get us going. I mean, it was a dark day that day. It's never good when you lose a fellow coach. It doesn't matter what line of business or what we feel or think about that person. That lives are being affected there. So that was tough. But then one thing I wanted to make sure that we did as an organization was that we had entire buy-in. From the first floor, the second floor, the third floor. People behind the scenes, mopping, taking out the trash, people in the kitchen, strength staff, business, marketing, advertisement, legal, it didn't matter. We needed entire buy-in to do what we were about to do for the next 9 weeks. And all I did was walk around after we spoke with our staff and our coach and our players, was go through the entire floor with Sandra Morgan Douglas, along with Champ Kelly at the time. And we did that for everybody and gave them our vision, gave them what it's like, what we wanted to see the building be like going forward. And what I wanted was, man, people enjoying going to work, loving what they do. Like, it's hard in the National Football League to do what we do and then do it miserable and not enjoy the fruits of the labor and the hard work in the process. And I just told them, hopefully you stick with me. You understand where I'm going. There was no hidden agenda. The only thing I want to do is win and get this organization back to where it needs to be.
But, I mean, obviously that's a philosophy, but like what actual nuts and bolts did you do to start creating that philosophy?
People, relationships. Rich, it started, the crazy part about it didn't start that day. It didn't start on November 1st. It started when I walked in that door February 15th. I made my presence known throughout the building. Just because I was a linebacker coach at the time, that didn't mean I couldn't go speak to people. I couldn't get to ask people how their day was going, or any of what their concerns were. How can we be better at this organization? What can I do to help them? So that started back in 2022, when I first got to the Raiders. And more importantly, I told them what the Raiders organization meant to me growing up and what my vision would be. And then I said, I want everybody coming here. We need to dap each other up. We need to love each other up. I'm tired of when we walk through the concourse or through the hallways, we don't speak to one another. Goddamn, say hello. Give me a smile. You know what I mean? Even if you don't, hey, how you doing? And you might not even say no, but give me a nod. And I just think that process started the building of us growing together as one. And then we had to go on the field and we worked. What did we do the first day when I got the job? We were on the field, on the practice field, and put pads on, and we banged. We banged 15 straight plays. No water break, little old school. Training camp in November, go figure. But we need to get that anger out. We need to get all that emotion out of us. And all right, now let's go play football. And again, obviously, you knew that first game would be very emotional, and it was with the Giants. But after that, now we got to go play football, and I think our guys did just that.
Antonio Pierce, the 23rd head coach in the history of the Raiders, right here on the Rich Eisen Show. And so that Christmas game against the Chiefs, do you think that was the result that kind of sealed the deal for you to get the gig full-time? Because it felt like that to me, the way that the team played. And obviously we know the Chiefs are in your building trying to win the Super Bowl this weekend. What do you think?
I think so. I think that really, that was a unique way to win the game. We didn't complete a pass after the first quarter. We did it kind of old school. Defense, special teams, hard nose, physicality, ill intent, a mindset. We went in there trying to beat the bullies. We wanted to overwhelm the Chiefs with our presence. We wanted them to feel us, even if it wasn't physically, to feel us mentally, emotionally. We wanted to wear on them, which they have done to other teams. The Chiefs have played a lot of football in the last 4 years, right? And at that point, you could tell they were kind of like, and this is going to be a cakewalk. And we went in there with a whole different mentality. It was going to be a straight street fight. And we was going to make it ugly. We was going to make it grimy. We was going to talk smack to them. We was going to be in their face. But we was going to play the game the right way. If you look at that game, without playing the passes the first quarter, we didn't turn the football over, nor did we have any penalties. So it was a clean, technical, fundamental game for us. Again, it wasn't probably pretty from the passing standpoint, but we were physical at the end of the game when we got in that 4-minute mode and not allow them to have the ball back at the end of the game.
So if the Niners reached out and said, hey, what were you able to do? Obviously, film, eye in the sky doesn't lie, but you were right there on the sideline. What would you tell them to have tried to affect to try and win this game on Sunday against the Chiefs, Antonio?
It's all about the quarterback. It's all about the quarterback. You know, it's about getting to Patrick, ultimate competitor. We have the utmost respect for him. But you get after Patrick Mahomes, both mentally, physically, and emotionally, right? You constantly harass him. You try to do your best to keep him in the pocket and not have those lanes and step up. Then you got to hit 87 at all means necessary. You got to disrupt. You got to frustrate him. You got to get in his head, however it may be. You got to do whatever it takes to not allow 87 to have an easy day. Like what we saw in the conference championship game with him just being open a lot of times throughout that game, that's something that we wouldn't want to do, right? We would not want to play zone around him and allow him to find windows because he's always going to be right in zone coverage. And then I think the last part, when you looked at us and where we played, is you got to stop the run. We wanted them one-dimensional. You see, I kind of started backwards. Most teams would say stop the run first, but no, we wanted to go right after the snake's head, and that was Patrick Mahomes to get after him. So once we did that, that followed in with Kelsey and then stopping the run game, and now we put 4 DNs out there and we just rushed the passer like no other. And we want to be relentless doing that for 60 minutes.
So you mentioned the quarterback right there, Antonio Pierce. Is your quarterback starter week 1 currently on your roster, do you think, right now?
I think Aiden O'Connell put himself in a position that whoever we bring in, he should battle. I'm all about competition. That would take care of itself, Rich. But Aiden O'Connell, as the season went along, I thought did an outstanding job of taking care of the football, managing the game, and doing what we asked him to do. I said it in one of my pressers. I didn't need Aiden to go out there and win a game. I didn't need him to throw for 400 yards and put up these magical numbers. I just needed him to play to our strength. At that time in the season, at the end, our strength was defense. So Aiden did just that. Now, we made some change on the offensive side of the ball. The offensive coordinator and our staff will continue to grow our offense. And I'm sure, as you know, we'll bring in a quarterback in some capacity, and we're going to let those guys battle. But I'll tell you one thing about Aiden. He's a competitor. He's smart. I don't think he's going to go down without a fight, and we'll let the best man win.
If I went down the road to Long Beach Poly in 2017 and told the head coach, you're going to be the coach of the Raiders in 7 years, what would he have said to me at that point in time?
And you just talk about Antonio Pierce, I said, you're probably right. You're probably right. I mean, you got to start somewhere. I could have went to the NFL. I chose not to. I was working on television. I had makeup on, talking in front of a mic with a red dot. When I chose to press play and press go into the National Football League, I knew what my mind was and what I wanted to do. And that was be either a coordinator or a head coach. And at the end of the day, I'm used to being a leader of men, leading an organization. I'm a winner. So to me, that's not far-fetched. It might be to other people, but if you know my life and you've been around me, I don't think you're surprised. Maybe from the outside, oh my God, it's a linebacker coach. He don't know what the hell he's doing. Cool. Let's keep watching.
Did Snoop ever draw a play up for you?
No, he did. No, Snoop came out there. We did a lot of stuff with Snoop out of Long Beach. He did a hell of a job with us, just giving back. Had a big deal with Adidas.
Yeah.
He was always around doing community service and charitable events for us. Obviously a good friend, somebody I looked up to as far as his success in his career.
Yeah.
But look, there's nothing like when you got cool friends that's rappers and kind of the coolest dudes, you know, and practice and hang out with your boys. You know, that's kind of cool.
Tell me about the Circle K campaign, Coach, what you're doing with them.
Yeah, well, listen, Circle K, just like me and you talked, Rich, about myself, kind of the underdog role, right? So a lot of unsung heroes behind us, a lot of people behind the scenes that go unnoticed. But, you know, I got all black on, Rich, and as you look, this is going to be the only red that I touch, okay? Circle K, all right? The city is still black, okay? It's still silver and black, but me and Circle K teamed up. But I know they have like a lot of espresso and coffee, but, you know, more importantly, I got about $250 on this bad boy right here, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go down the strip here in a second, Las Vegas Boulevard. You're going to see it on my social media. I'm going to hand this bad boy out. $250, you know, let people enjoy some coffee just like myself at Circle K. But listen, it's all about giving back into the community, the Las Vegas community. Being a head coach, I understand what it's like to give back. Being in urban Los Angeles growing up, it's all about that. And me and this team right here, we're gonna be friends for quite a while. Just Rich, just this team, not the other teams that's playing, you know, down the street.
Understood. Okay. I like that. Very good. So back in the day, if you had celebrated a win by lighting up a cigar in the locker room, what would Tom Coughlin have said to that, Antonio?
Oh my God! Yeah, that was amazing. So here we go. So when we had our first win against the Giants, Coughlin wasn't there. We had already been talking throughout the week, and I got a text message as soon as I went in my office. Whose idea was that? Like, where did you come up with this kind of stuff, AP? I said, Coach, you know, the team, the guys, they talk. You know, Coach, it's legal though, but we don't do that. Said, you're right, Coach. We don't do it, but the Raiders do. All right, that's what we do as Raiders. So, you know, I talked about, Coach, you can't find me. I wasn't late. I was on time every one, and that's what they did. So he's good now. He just doesn't smoke cigars, so I just give him one nice and lit up, and he just lives there watching.
I love it. So I had no idea where that answer was going to go. So you're saying that Tom Coughlin saw the cigars being lit up and texted you? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He did not. He was not a fan. A little old school, and that's okay. That's the great balance between AP and Coach Coughlin, and that's how we was able to work all those years when we were together with the Giants.
Oh my gosh, that is so funny. Hey, congrats on the gig, Antonio. Congrats on it. Don't be a stranger. You know, we're on this show's on in Vegas on Raider Nation Radio every day. So we're
I
there.
got you, Rich. But anybody that's packing bags, they can't get in the car. Only backpacks only.
Antonio Pierce.
Come on, Coach.
That is correct. Hey, do not push back, or otherwise you're gonna. This man told Tom Coughlin to pound sand on his text chain. Get out of here. Fantastic. Take care of yourself, Antonio. I'll see you soon. Hope to run into you. Here you go. There's the head coach of the Las Vegas Raiders. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.